Hello class, my name is Anthony Rusnick, and throughout this class we dealt with organizational culture and change management. This class was great for me because there were a lot of traits and characteristics that I will be able to carry forward towards my professional career and pass down to some of my soldiers and some of my subordinates. First and foremost, I always learn from the classmates that I have. You know, everyone has a different perspective. They have different backgrounds. They have different areas of expertise. And this group was no different. We had so many subject matter experts. This class was really great for me to learn and grow from everyone within my group. But even more so, this was the first PBL course where we actually had the opportunity to work with a live company. So this was great because week to week things changed. We got to listen to the CEO, hear what he wanted to change, and we could present him with targeted solutions and see if those would work or if they were actually feasible. And if they weren't, kind of go ahead and change and mold into something different. I really like that, getting the feedback and being able to talk to someone to see how that would relate to their company in the real world. Situations like this are amazing for us to get the experience that we can carry forward when we get out and we start becoming, CEOs, executives, project managers, and things like that. So that being said, some of the more targeted things that I'm going to take back for myself, the communication piece is key. You have to be moving towards one goal, and you can't move towards one goal if everyone's not on the same accord. So I've always been a firm believer in good, transparent communication, and this class only further cemented that to me. If you want to complete a goal, you've got to be able to communicate it down to the lowest level. That being said, the resistance to change piece was really important to me, and I took a lot from that. In my profession, I am a recruiting and retention supervisor for the Southeast region in Arkansas. We are constantly getting changes in the recruiting and retention for the Army. Standards are changing yearly. So being able to combat the resistance with my team and keep them pushing forward, having some tips and tricks and ways to do that are only going to help me be a more effective leader. That being said, we're constantly turning over leadership. In the military, you're getting promoted up or you're getting promoted out. That being said, leadership is always changing. So when new leadership comes in, their leadership style is not going to be the same. Mine is not the same as the person before me and not the same as the person behind me. And we get a new leader as far as an officer every couple of years. So our leadership, the way we're being led, is constantly changing. So when we got Ted's situation where Ted took over for his father and Ted's leadership style was different, I really could relate to that because I've been in that scenario several times. So it was nice coming up with solutions on how Ted could become a more effective leader, how Ted could leverage his style and get buy-in from some of the senior folks within his corporation so that they could be champions for him and push his change initiatives. So that was really good, and I took a lot away from that. But that being said, providing the proper training is always important. And as we dug into how to make change stick, training and education are always going to be key sticking points when you want to change something in an organization. That being said, the military, we're a culturally diverse entity. We have everything that you could think of, race, religion, creed. And that's what I love about the military. We are literally a giant melting pot, and DEI is important to us. And as we implemented it into Ted's plan, it was good to see how we could make his insurance company just a little bit better by implementing a little bit of DEI, a little bit of community service and things like that. So I'll take that away with me as I leave as well. The adapting to organizational change, taking that away with me as a sticking point, mitigating resistance. I took a lot away from this class, learning how to mitigate resistance better as a leader, and the importance of training and development. My soldiers need to be trained, they need to be developed, and they need to understand the change and why it's happening. If I can relay that information to them and they can understand it at a high level, then change management can happen. But one thing that I did learn from this class is that we can lay all these plans out there, but change management does not happen overnight. Change management is one of those things, if you want to change an organization, it's not as easy as flipping on a light switch. You have to lay the foundation, you've got to put the plans in place, you have to follow up and you have to make sure that things that you want to happen are happening by holding people accountable. So the plan that we laid forward for TED, for the organizational change, we knew that wasn't going to be a quick change. That's going to take, a year at a minimum, and people really have to buy in. And if people don't buy in and we can't lay things out there for them to buy in, it's not going to happen. So taking all that into account, this was a great class. It was a great learning opportunity for me, and I had some great classmates and teammates to learn from. And I really appreciated the opportunity to work with a real company in a live scenario.